Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. So today we're checking out another product from Zeera Wireless, and this is their aluminium alloy MagSafe Kickstand cooling case. So quite a mouthful for a case that is actually very minimalistic, and that's the whole point of this particular case. So this is a case that's designed for people that want to ideally go caseless, but they don't want to risk not being able to grip their phone and it slipping out their hand. So because of the design of this, it gives you the perfect grip points on various parts of the phone, so the corners, around the camera bump, around the MagSafe ring, and the actual kickstand as well if you make use of that. This particular case is available for all iPhones from iPhone 12 all the way up to the 15 Pro Max, so all the iPhone 12s, the 13s, the 14s and the 15s. It's also available for the S24 line of Samsung Galaxy phones, so that's the S24, the S24 Plus, as well as the S24 Ultra. It does come in three colors: black, natural titanium and blue. So the ones that I have are the blue and the natural titanium. So here you can see how it actually comes when you initially receive it. So the top part of the case is all joined together from factory, and then the bottom sections is what you have to basically put together once it's on the phone. So you do have to build this up on the phone. It comes with the screws, and it comes with extra screws, I'm presuming, just in case you lose a few, and it also comes with those rubber inserts as well. I'm not sure why they don't put those in from the factory. It would have made more sense for them to have just fitted them, but do make sure that you fit them because that's what's making contact with your phone. So you can see that it does have a sort of foam protective layer around certain parts of the flat areas of the case, but it's the corners that are actually gripping the phone. So that's where those rubber inserts, you need to make sure they're pushed in and seated correctly, and that also enables you to actually get the fixings in straight. And one thing that I did notice the first time I attempted to put this together was it is possible to actually put them in slightly off-centered. So what you want to make sure is when you're fitting it that you do actually push the phone into the case, and then it'll allow you to get a nice straight line. The other thing, little tip, is don't tighten any of these until you've got all the screws and the fixings in, and then just nip everything up at the end. You can see that the actual kickstand design on it gives you quite a lot of variation. So you can have it in portrait mode, you can have it in landscape mode, you can use this almost like a grip for the phone. It is a little sharp, so I would be careful using it in that way, but say for example you want to just put your middle finger through the back of that, it does give you an additional area to actually grip the phone, and you can make use of the phone single-handedly. In terms of the actual hinge mechanism, it is slightly dampened, so you do have quite a lot of variation in terms of the angle that you want to actually make use of this at. Landscape, it doesn't really matter, you can put it at any sort of angle and it will stay upright. In portrait is when you want to actually make use of that to actually change what angle you're actually getting it at. The natural titanium color is a pretty good match for the natural iPhone. It's not 100%, but it's pretty close, and it's more for those that want it to actually blend in and just almost seem like the phone is caseless, because most of the areas where you're touching it are caseless. So you'll be able to touch all your sides, your buttons, your ports, everything like that is perfectly accessible because it's not actually interrupting any of those. The area where it does obviously make contact is your corners, so you have camera protection for lay on the table design, that kind of thing. So you have both screen protection as well as your camera bump protection. It does stick out further than both of those. I do use a screen protector on my phone and it didn't interfere with that at all, no matter how you try and attempt to put this on. So that's one thing that you can make note of, that you can use this with screen protectors and then you basically have pretty good protection. The blue case on the other hand is more contrasting, and this is for those that want it to actually stand out. So whereas the titanium can almost blend in, this is for those that want it to actually be noticed and they want a slight contrast and they want something slightly different about the phone. If you do go for any of the dark models, you do also have the black option. Either one of these, or the black or the blue, will blend in very nicely with any of the darker colored phones. But for any of the phones where you want a little bit of contrast, this is where the blue case comes in, especially for my model. Obviously I have the natural titanium, so for mine in particular the blue just stands out a lot better. In terms of the MagSafe, it is fully compatible with it. It does have its own built-in magnets inside that ring, and I have tested it and it does show up with the actual MagSafe animation, so you are getting full speeds passed through as well. I did also test this in my car because obviously that kickstand part is the part that actually has the MagSafe ring on it, even though it can be adjusted and obviously you can use that as a kickstand. At no point did it fall down off the MagSafe charger, nor did it actually loosen on the hinge part and actually tilt down or anything like that. So it stayed perfectly where it was meant to be. The magnets are quite strong on this, so for those of you out there that really look for really strong MagSafe cases, cases, this is one of those that you can actually rely on to actually be very good for that. The other sort of benefit of this is some people do like to have additional accessories like a kickstand, things like that, but they don't want to necessarily carry it around with them or have it attached to the phone at all times either. With this being built in, it means that you have all that functionality, but when you don't want to use it, you can just fold it and use it as a normal case, but with the added benefit of it being extremely slim, also quite lightweight as well. I wouldn't say this is totally lightweight. There are cases out there that you will feel much lighter, but in terms of the extra grip, yes, I prefer actually using my phone caseless whenever I'm at home, but this compared to say my fine woven case or a leather case, it will be lighter than those and lets you feel the natural sort of materials of the phone whilst also giving you that extra grip and protection. Worst case scenario, if this was to drop, it's going to drop on the corners or on one of the metal sort of exposed parts. You would have to drop it on a very uneven surface for this to actually make contact with the ground and for it to actually damage your phone. I wouldn't say test that theory, but yeah, it's quite well protected in terms of where it needs to be protected. I will, as always, have links in the description. I do also have a discount code, MATech YouTube, so I will link that in the description below as well. It's usually 10% on top of whatever other offers they have going on at that time. So if you do want to purchase, don't forget to use that link, use the discount code, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the actual case. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe for more videos like this. I would also appreciate if you can also give this video a thumbs up. It does help the video reach a bigger audience. And don't forget to turn on notification for any future videos. And until the next one, thanks very much for watching.